Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Boogie from CZT Lucy Farran. Oh, this is a neat one, and and then of course, well, I don't know, in the comments, if when I said the name of the tangle, name the song that first pops into your head when you hear, or first thing when you hear the word boogie. Oh my goodness. All right, so this is a neat border tangle, and it starts off with a just a series of orbs, and you want to have these at a pretty decent distance apart. I'm gonna get three in here. It looks like okay, and then this is it's kind of a C-shaped curve line, sort of, because I do like to speak in Zentangle ease. So speaking of the elemental strokes that we have, it's kind of a C/S curve line. I will show you. So and we're going to use the takeoff and land concept, and that is, so I'm going to trace a little bit over this orb. I'm going to make this big curve, and then come up, and when I land, I trace over the outside of this orb as well, the ending orb. All right, so kind of like that. So I mean, you could think of it as, oh, here's an S, and then it goes into a backwards S, or just, okay, it's just a big curve line. Up to you, whatever helps you think about it. I'm going to turn my tile around and do the same thing on the other side, like that. And oh, because we'll make it go off the edge. I should do it. It's always the opposite way. This one went up. This one is gonna go down. Okay. Then we're going to put a big curve line, but kind of a flat curve line, uh, hugging this this orb and this orb. So we're going to start on the line before. So like this, and coming around like that. And then we will flip, do the same thing on the other side, do the same thing on the flip side. Like so. And then let's see, then we'll just make it up here on these other side, like that. Oh, and then like this. It's an interesting shape. It really is. Um, all right, then the last step before decorating, and I was trying to see, okay, how has she got these lined up? And the best I could see is, because it's a curve line coming here, and so as I was looking, I'm like, well, you know what? You could kind of hollow bow this line as if this came up and around like that, because it's just a curve line. But I like to have it make some kind of, I need to have it make sense in my head. So, and let's just do this on this side too. Wait, and get it all mixed up every once in a while. Okay, I'm gonna do it this way, like that. And then looking at this one, and this one. Sometimes I find it helps to turn the tile, and then it makes sense in my head. I don't know if you have that same, if that happens for you. Let me know. I'm not alone. And that's it. It is just an interesting shape. Now, I like the way Lucy decorated it, so I'm gonna do similarly. And what she did was kind of aura this section, creating another section here, right? So actually, I'm gonna do it just a little bit differently, like that. I think she put like a triangle which you could. I mean, the decorating part, you could just shade it if you want. It's an completely up to you, obviously, however you want to have fun with this. And I love the having lines go across. I was thinking about putting them the other way just so that way it would be different than what she did, but I really like this. And I'm going to stick one in there too. If you do this and have a real light touch, then it doesn't matter if it gets a little bit, wonky in there. And like I just tossed that one extra line in. It all seems to work. And I don't need to flip it for this, because just going real light on the paper is different than when you put your pen down and you're making a deliberate stroke. It's like, well, it's nicer to have it be um, kind of like the tangle that we did yesterday. If you're following day to day, and it was swarm, and it was little smaller lines, but there's just something different. It's like this is deliberate, on purpose, and but doing lines like this, it's just different. Okay, then I'm going to fill these in, but I want to add the shine, and this is my favorite thing to do. So I made a little sliver on that side and an orb on this side, uh, so that I don't have to use a gel pen and have the neat shine effect. So on the sliver part, sometimes it's a little tricky. You have to have a big enough orb and able to fit, so that way you can fit both of them in. I generally try to make both things bigger than I think, because you can always, with the pen, take some off. But like on this side, I kind of go over the edge, so I add a little thickness there and then come in. Oh, that's just a very tiny thing. Oh well, it's all good. Like that. And then for some shading, because this and this, they seem to be behind, so I'm going to put some graphite. Oop, and I might as well put some right there too, because it's behind that as well. Oops, and we'll do the other edge. You know what? I'm going to try it without, because I think I have enough. Yes, look at all that graphite on there. Come back and grab some more. Yeah. And I don't know, in the comments, put what you think this. I don't know the story behind this. I saw it on Pinterest, and I actually had to do some digging to find who who whose tangle it was, because it was on Pinterest with no. Well, you'll see on the for more inspiration link. She doesn't have her name on there, but I will also put a link to her Instagram, and that's a fellow CZT had pointed out. Oh, that's Lucy's, and and put a link to her Instagram, and there it is. Okay, good, because I always like to make sure that the originator of the tangle gets their due, because it's not easy to create. I'm putting in some graphite around the edge of this, not necessarily carefully, because I feel the need to make that whole section just a little bit darker. But what I was starting to say was, tangles are inspired by something, and because technically Zentangle is it's non-representational, so I don't know what the inspiration was of this, but I like see cars. I like see the front of a car, like the headlights, and that's the grill. And first I was seeing a face, like this was a nose, like and I think it stems from World War II. The Kilroy was here or something like that. You'll see that with the little fingers, and face with just the nose hanging over the. I think I have that right. Hanging over like the fence or something like that. And that it made me think of that first, and then as I look in, I'm like, yeah, and that looks like a grill, and these look like headlights, and I don't know. It's just What a fun tangle. What a fun tangle. And different. Actually, I'm going to put a little bit of graphite right here because that kind of goes under as well. Oh, look at what that added. Oh, and right here. Yeah, you got to find the over and unders. And that's a great place to, like if you don't know what to do with shading, start there where things converge, where things are tucked under. That's a great place to start. All right, I think I got them all. What a neat tangle. Like again, unique shape and not hard to do, really. It's whimsical. I love it. I love it. So if you enjoyed this, I would love it if you click the like button, and if you liked it enough to see more, please subscribe to the channel. And again, feel free to leave any comments. Um, share it. All of those things. I appreciate any and all of those activities because it helps the whole algorithm thing and getting the word out on as recommendations when people are searching for things. So I appreciate that greatly. In the description section, you will find links to the step outs. Again, I always do my own version, and then link to the creator of the tangle. Below that, ways to connect with me if you wish. I'm gonna start with what I usually do last. If you happen to be on Facebook and would like to hang out with a bunch of nutty tangle addicts, they're absolutely wonderful people. We'd love to have you hang out with us. So we have a private Facebook group. There is a link there. Know that there are like 3 questions to gain entry, 3 membership questions, and yeah. So I want to mention that first. I usually have that last because it's in my head. I'm seeing the description section and I'm just hitting it as it goes. I also have a link to my Facebook page, so if you want to follow me there, so you can follow for classes and things. I also have a link to my website. There too, you can see the classes and other places to follow me. For when I post classes. I also have a blog, so if you want to sign up for that. I am not so good at putting out notices of the classes. I do a daily tangle, which is this, and then I will send out replays of the classes when I have them done. And yeah, and that's it. I also just by the way, every once in a while I need to remember to mention it. If you like taking classes, if you think, oh, I'll take class, if you think you'll take classes from me, I do have a membership club, and there is information on the site. So it's kind of a all access for the online classes, and replays and everything, and you're pre-registered, and it's a pretty good deal. So if you're interested, I just want to make mention of it because I am not that great at promoting myself, and every once in a while I remember. So all right. So with that, thanks so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.